Hi folks, I'm Nathan with Two Guys in a Ride, and today Rob and I are down here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're at the 2022 SEMA show, and we're here with Jen and the all-female SBN Bronco build.
Yes.
Wow, thanks for visiting with us today.
Thanks for having us. The Bronco, every woman that I'm here helping represent.
Well, so tell us about the all-female build in SBN, because this started a long time ago.
So the SBN Bronco was 2 years in the making.
Okay.
But the reason why we did a Bronco was because it's an anniversary to the Ford Mustang that we did 10 years ago. So we decided, let's build another race.
This is the second one that you've brought.
Yep.
So the all-female build part started about 10 years ago at SEMA.
10 years ago with 50 women.
Okay.
They debuted it at SEMA then.
Okay.
And we were like, all right, we want to do another one. Let's do another one, but how do we kick it up a notch? And so we went to Ford 2 years ago, said, hey, we really want to do a Ford Bronco. Long story short, we got our cards right. We got luck of the draw.
Now, the whole all-female build is a really interesting thing because it's not just, I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't have all-female mechanics that are coming to work on this car that are wealth tiggers. You actually have females that have no automotive experience.
They may work in the automotive industry, but they have never picked up a wrench.
And they have never wrenched, they've never wrenched on anything.
They've never wrenched on a car.
So part of this is about,
It's educating and women empowerment in this industry. That it doesn't matter if you are 13 or 65 and you've been in this business, that you have the opportunity to get in there. You can get underneath the hood.
You can get on the car and you can learn.
You can learn.
So tell us a little bit about how you got into cars. You have a great story.
Oh, sorry. How I got into cars was my neighbor taught me how to do oil changes and to basically make sure to maintain my car.
Okay, so your family, no one in your family really had a car interest.
No, my family knows nothing about cars.
Okay.
My dad can't even tell you where the battery in the car is located.
Okay.
So, I ended up hanging out with the kids in the neighborhood. They all had Fox Body Mustangs, changing out those Ford motors for LSs and taking it down the street. Drag racing is in my blood. So
man, it's okay. Now, from there, did you go to a school then for mechanics of some sort? Or is it all just naturally learned?
It's all just me being a sponge. So I worked for the School of Automotive Machinists down in Houston, Texas, and said, all right, I'm going to learn this. And I did that. I learned from the people around me and networked myself to just the community of drag racing and what it all entails. And it pretty much has taken off since then. I do a lot of work on the side in the drag racing community, whether it be marketing, photography, getting under there if I have to wrench, change a rear gear at 2 a.m.
So this is your full-time job then, doing that?
So my full-time job is actually aftermarket lighting. So I work in operations and oversee that the lights go out to the customers.
Okay. But in your spare time,
in my spare time,
all this.
I'm full-fledged obsessed with drag racing.
So you get a Bronco. Not going to be drag race.
No, it took me out of my element.
I was going to say.
Overlanding is a whole new venture to me, and I think I'm more excited about it now.
So tell us what you've all done, because this came to you as a stock Bronco Wild Sport, is it?
Yeah, Wild Track.
Okay, Wild Track.
So it came very stock. We have done the wheels, tires, Icon suspension, exhaust. We've got Oracle lighting, we've got solar panels, we've got Yakima tent, we've got goose gear in the back. You can sleep in it. You can there's a refrigerator.
Oh, well, if an overlander, you got to be equipped, right?
It's a fully functioning Bronco. You can take to the desert, you can do everything and just roll with it.
Man, so how many people were involved? I said it's all female, so it would have been all women. But how many people were involved in this build?
Over 153 women.
From how many different states?
Oh, all over.
I mean, just all over, right?
All over.
It wasn't like your neighbors or friends and you're saying,
this was coast to coast, and we even had Canada.
So and part of your job was coordinating all of that.
I coordinated the volunteers on the build side to get to both Detroit and California.
Okay, and getting them to arrive at a time where people who needed to work together
yes,
could work together.
Yes.
And getting product to arrive on time
We had a whole different team to deal with the
with that.
product.
Fortunately, you didn't have to deal with that.
deal with that.
Okay, let's take a walk around the vehicle. Okay, we've got bead lockers on the for the rims.
We have Icon rims. We've got Milestar tires.
I like
We've
your
got
this is part of your lighting
Ford,
package.
Yes. So this is the Ford factory or Ford accessory grille, Oracle lighting, Oracle light bar. We've got advanced fiberglass fenders and quarter panels. We've got cat skin interior,
Look at that.
which is gorgeous. I mean, I'm obsessed with it. I want it in my own car.
Now, is this an aftermarket product, or is this something that was
Yes, no, it's an aftermarket
it's
product.
aftermarket? Oh, wow.
We even have amp running boards, which you see here. So,
Yeah.
so short people like myself can get up into these things.
You know, that's a really good idea, especially at their height.
Yes, yes, and
The-
you know they were super easy to install. You know, we have a Yakima tent up there.
Okay, and then you mentioned you had solar panels. Are they somewhere up on top
So
of
the
the
solar
tent?
panels are on top of the hood.
I got to go back and look. Oh, that's the size of them.
Yeah,
They are much smaller than. Oh, wait a minute.
it's the whole. It's
It's
whole.
the whole piece.
Yep.
Yeah, took a minute because I'm used to a glass. Well, but I'm used to a glass surface.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
This is not.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And then as you make your way back here, we have our Goose Gear product. We have our deep sleep. We did a seat delete, so there isn't a seat behind there.
Right.
But then obviously we have our ARB refrigerator. We've make sure that we have our tools just in case.
You got to have plenty of storage. Oh yeah. That's neat, and then you've all got the additional areas just
And then
to
we've
things
got
onto.
all of these
look at
extra
that.
storage.
And
Yeah.
again, this is all aftermarket
Yes.
stuff. So you have to. So who hunted down all these parts? Who
So
figured out?
we had a amazing group of volunteer leads that were able to come together and reach out and just go through lists and people who wanted to donate. And we really focused in on women-owned businesses, or
Okay.
those who focused on
Yep.
supporting us in the industry.
Right. Awesome. Well, this is what the bumper.
Yep.
That again.
Baja.
Is Baja. Oh, I love it, and the exhaust. Oh
Yeah.
man. So on the front, what do the solar panels power? Okay. Obviously, they could be tied into almost anything
So they
at
get
that
ti-
size.
yeah,
I mean,
they
they're
get
good
tied in-
size.
They get to be tied into anything realistically,
And or just to keep the battery charged.
That too.
Trickle charge the vehicle
that too.
batteries.
I mean, that bed right there that you have is just the most amazing. Like, I really want to. After 4 days of being at SEMA, you just really want to take a nap.
climb in there and take a nap.
Yeah.
You may not get back up.
I mean, it would be a really good selling point, even more. I mean, if they want to sponsor me, I'll sponsor them back. Help
And
them
this
out.
is all lighting up.
Yeah,
in
that's
here.
an Oracle light bar. So here, what happens is it's going. I mean, it doesn't turn on at the moment based on our wiring. So
Okay.
it will illuminate down here because you
Right.
don't have the light, and it illuminate here. So you have the interior and almost your exterior, depending on.
Man. That is really cool. Of course, you got your traction boards up there for getting out of a mess if you need to.
Yeah,
Oh.
depending on if you get up into the snowy mountains that's snowing today, who
Yeah.
would have thought?
Who would have thought? Yeah. Oh man, let's walk around this side here for a minute. Luckily, they still got the spare tire, so that wasn't.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You don't want to lose that if you're going to go off-roading. Now you got this must have been a wrap.
Yes, that is a wrap.
Man, that is good. So then, did you find an all-female business that could do the wrap?
So we had a male ally.
Okay.
And his assistant is female, and she's
And
the
she-
one who led the training on how to wrap the vehicle.
So even then, they didn't come in and just do it for you. They actually trained people.
No, this was all a
Really,
learning
truly an
experience.
educational experience.
So on top of that, so Milestar was amazing enough to have our group of women come in. They taught them how to mount and balance valve stems, talk about how to just all the aspects of a tire and what it means to properly inflate and make sure that you are taken care of.
I'm kind of chuckling because I'm thinking, do you know how many guys would love to be a part of that and get that kind of education that they don't? I mean, they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some that do, but man, that is just what a neat story for empowering women
Yes.
and
I mean,
for bringing a product to the show.
We're hoping that this just empowers the younger generation to come up and really want to hone in on a craft and hone in on, really wanting to be in the industry and paving a way.
I'm not sure they could have a better influence. I mean, that's just us. I mean, knowing that you work a full-time job, you do other things on the side.
do.
This is on the side, on the side, on the side.
Oh yeah, you always have to have side hustles. You just never know.
So that this is the way we live. But congratulations on the
Thanks.
build. Thanks for being back in SEMA, and thanks for taking time to
Thanks
visit
for
with us.
supporting us. We really
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Yeah, we both have daughters, and we appreciate the heck out of it.
Awesome.
So
Thank
thank you.
you.
And thanks for watching.